SilverBack here. Been watching a lot of videos recently, or at least getting a lot of feedback from people who say, oh, you know, I watched this old guy and this old guy told me, you know, he's natural and he knows how to do it and he's got, you know, years and years of experience doing this sort of thing. You know, I really think he's got the knowledge. I mean, one thing that he's very honest about is that he did it all wrong when he started. Well, yeah, sure he did do it all wrong when he started, or she did it all wrong when they started, because that's what we do when we start. When we start to learn something, we make mistakes so that we can learn from those mistakes and get progressively better. It's sort of a bit silly to say, well, I did it all wrong when I started, because of course you did. You didn't know what you were doing. And this is meant to give you some sort of credibility that 25 years ago I did it all wrong, but now I know it all right. Well, like everything in the world, you know, technology, science, you know, the fact that we now know what's going on around the world. At most times you can turn on a news feed and know what's going on in Syria or the United States or the United Kingdom, the United States, where I happen to be, Australia, New Zealand, Europe, whatever. And this means that our knowledge is growing all the time. So if you say, I learnt back in whatever, you know, decade, and I learned all the things that were wrong then, and now I know all the things that are right now, well, that's actually probably not true, because you know all the things that are right for you now. If I am going to go and train a 18 to 23-year-old, I'm not going to train them the way that I train. That would be silly. And I have decades in the movement sciences industry as well, and it would be ridiculous for me to say that I know everything. I don't know everything. I made a lot of mistakes, and have made a lot of mistakes, and I've progressed and attempted to try things over the course of my life that have been moderately successful, unsuccessful, and hugely successful. And I talk about this in a lot of videos. The main difference in the programs was not necessarily how good the program was. Yes, the right program makes a big difference, but it wasn't necessarily how good the program was. It was how much intensity and how consistent I was with the program that generally was the deal breaker on good results, bad results, or no results, or terrific results. So I am learning all the time. And when you say, oh, I made all the mistakes back then, I make mistakes all the time. In fact, I purposefully make mistakes. One of the things I love to do is to go into the gym and figure out how to use the machine wrong. I love to get on so there's a machine, it's a hammer press machine, and you sit down and the machine presses like this. There's various angles of different machine, and it's obviously to work the chest. I like to not sit down, come in from the other side, grab it, and my video should go down. I need a camera person. But I grab it from much lower than this, but I grab it lower and I pull it in and I turn it into a back exercise. And it has a different angle than just about any back exercise or back machine that there is. And I've certainly had people look at me very strangely while I use a chest pressing machine for the back. But it works great. Doing the wrong, now I've certainly tried other machines to use them wrong, and it just didn't work at all. So making mistakes and doing the wrong thing makes you learn and surprise yourself, because sometimes what you thought was utterly wrong, or what people told you was wrong, is crap. It's actually, or maybe it doesn't work for anybody, but it works for you. So you need to be constantly learning. Once you've learnt the rules, you need to break the rules and is what will make you grow. Again, what I do at 43 and at my strength and fitness level is very different to what I get my wife to do. It's different than what I get my buddy who's 42, Matt, to do as one of my main clients. It's different than what I do for my cousin who lives in Hawaii and she is 27. It's different for what I do for all people, because depending on your needs, your goals, your wants and your desires, you're going to train differently. And if anybody says, oh, I'm the old person, I know it all, and so therefore I'm going to give you the in-the-box routine that is, I've learned all the things that are wrong, so here's what's right. That's crap. There is a massive spectrum of what is right. And the old guys who think that they've made all the mistakes may not know, because they probably haven't made all the mistakes. And if you think you've made all the mistakes, then you'll stop growing and you'll stop learning and you'll stop getting better. Z100. Remember, start at 0 every day. Throw out what you think the successes, throw out the failures, give 100% today to get better, which means you're always learning, you're always adding on, you're always getting better. Alright, I'm the Silverback. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll catch you next time.